cheaters, right? Both teams have the fade, but Dark Ratio put in, a bit more in having that here they are information with the recon bolt, with the owl drone versus the suppression and the general information that you get from that 0 point. So interesting to see how both of these compositions have come together. It's also a swap from the Omen to the Astra for Ainge here on this map for Dark Ratio. So lots of changes. We'll see if they change things up and maybe get themselves out to the lead here in map 3. It's grand finals after this one, and it's Enjoy, the first one to get us started, but he teleports to safety. And with that, Soniqs concede the site, a player ahead.
Playing for the retake more so here for Soniqs, as you can see. Everybody just kind of sitting on the outsides of the site. Once that plant goes down, they know nobody's hitting this A site, so that leads to that rotation coming through. You can already see some smokes going down, and I wouldn't say this is a waste. This is more so just to stop these players from pushing in at this point in time. But now Ange not having anything really to have, and Giza now having to watch the extremities as well as possibly Trick.
Hunt finds nothing, does get taken down. Paint shells out towards lane. Last pack for Pure R to try and close the gap here. Again, Dark Ratio, their player down, but the clock is on their side. Trick to equalize for just a moment. Enjoy finds the second kill on the round. Through the smoke goes Giza. And now Trick, the last one standing, and unfortunately could not hang on. But it comes down to the time, and, well, there's plenty of it, I believe. Enjoy awarded with the defuse. A second left on the clock, and another pip towards the tour de force.
Yeah, good win here for Soniqs. They pretty much stepped up to the plate like necessary. They never really lose the pistol rounds that I've seen, other than, coming into the game and starting off with a brand new map. So they're always having that type of comfort just there for them majority of the time at the start. Maybe that's why they have such good momentum in the beginning and start to take the rounds as they do. But starting off Soniqs, Enjoy already investing full on into that Vandal.
Enjoy feeling himself. Again, it can be a little scary. I like the look out of this one, too, though. Crunchy hanging on to a ghost in this round. If Soniqs make it through this one, Crunchy will be healthy enough to invest into a rifle in their bonus and then still have a buy in what should be their full rifle round. So the rifle, it's taken away early in this. 1-for-1 trade, however. Dark Ratio once more assume themselves on this B site. This time, though, 3 players on the site, and deep is drone. Way out towards the spawn still. It's not going to be necessary, because Soniqs quickly looking to retake this site.
Oh, and quickly they do so, right? They're winning so many fights here. Shank is feeling confident with their aim, and as they continue with the wide swings through, they just pretty much take everybody down in a matter of seconds once they start off that retake. And the defusal coming in nice and flawlessly. They have lost that Vandal, but Pure R is going to be able to pick that one up and possibly give it to whomever they feel worthy. But I think leaving it in the hands of Pure is going to be good. They have those paint shells to, and I feel like that could zone out some players to allow them to peek through, or some coordination is going to be real heavy here on the defense just to be able to get them to win this bonus round.
Okay, Gomp, that investment that I thought Crunchy was going to make into a rifle is actually a round 3 operator for Enjoy.
Oh,
That's how they're feeling. We'll see if after these highlights subside. Yeah, nope, they stuck with it. So an operator here for Enjoy. We'll see if Dark Ratio are expecting it. Smoke out towards Catwalk, not going to be recalled. So this Nebula will stand for the next few moments. And the Prowler out towards mid finds absolutely nothing. With that Enjoy, he sees nothing, but he wants to go fishing through the smoke and gives up that the operator is here on the server.
Recon jar. Yeah, Trick trying to clear out these angles, pretty much already cleared. So lucky enough for them, they don't have to worry too much about what's going on the site. It's going to be a flawless entry in. Maybe a little bit more wary of that marketplace, but still, right? So many smokes covering almost every single entry point possible. So mostly just waiting for the retake, trying to see if they can pick anybody off down mid, and wondering what can we do to set Enjoy up for success. What can we do for Shank to be able to get those flashes through and have this entry come in real nice for the retake.
And retake, that's what you got to do. Finally, Soniqs start putting pedal to the metal. Pure R gonna push in. Drone equalizes 2 for 2 on the round thus far. Shots through the wall will land, and now the last one standing is Ainge to try and hang on. And guess what? It's Ainge. He does do so.
Things don't stop there, all right? The operator in the hands of Ange, and he's going to give it over to Giza 100%. We know what Giza stands for at this point. We don't have to repeat it 50 times, but That's an up lost over on Soniqs. That's a round loss over on Soniqs. That's economy loss over on Soniqs. And that's going to be huge because look at them. Enjoy can't even really buy. He's going to have to use... Oh, well, I mean, this isn't really too much of a disappointment, right? You got the Tour de Force in hand. You can rely on that as much as you please. But more so just the worry about that Enjoy losing that operator and even trying to invest so much into it, which is unfortunate. But coming into this round, more equal in terms of what's going on here for Enjoy.
Yeah, back out towards mid, and a double up in util. I think they were expecting maybe somebody pushed inside that smoke out towards mid before Enjoy could actually get on the angle. And I think the problem is we're looking at Rooney here, 0 credits and out of prowlers already. It makes it so much more difficult, right, to retake the site. It's the same situation that we saw in the last. They just had no information going into that site retake, and you just have to put your body on the line. And well, it came down to a 1v1, and unfortunately, they lost it for Soniqs. Now they go back to it. Hunt dealt with. Pure R. No paint shells to work with, but a couple of blast packs. Maybe get out of dodge. And Giza gets caught trying to cross through a main. The smoke concealment, but it was not covering with that Dark Ratio. They're playing around the world here.
And they just missed Giza. I mean, my apologies. Enjoy sitting down in mid. So they're not going to have to worry too much. I think Enjoy would be really good for a flank along here, but it might be just too late. Dark Ratio looking to get themselves onto the site as quickly as possible. And Crunchy not having any stars left, so there can't be any stall. There can't be any obscuring anybody's vision here. So Crunchy just going to try for a pick and successfully doing so.
There.
And it's time for Soniqs to retake. A bit healthier. Ainge still off the site, though. Good haunt from Drone. Here comes Ainge to cut him down. And, I mean, healthy isn't even half of it. Ainge now out toward... No way. Inside B main. The op shot doesn't land again. And Enjoy lets the round slip away just like that. It's all up to Pure R. Spots out Ainge. 3 kills for the man. Wants another, and he's still healthy to find it. The swing from the Rays, but it's not enough. 4 kills on the round. And that is one that Sonic should not have given up. A 5v3, Gompers.
It's Ange, man. I said if he gets things going and rolling, Dark Ratio are on a pattern for success, and Ange definitely feeling a lot better on this map, right? Playing into that Astra, and I feel like, you know, with switching over, like if we saw how Ange played on the Astra before, it was amazing. I feel like they definitely feel a lot more comfortable playing with their util and using it to their advantage. So this is definitely kind of like a comfort pick for Ange, as we can see, and they're successfully being able to give these clutch round scenarios a try, which is what we want to see out of Ange, out of a controller player, controlling basically everybody on the attacking side.
Rooney, early damage exchanged out towards mid. I say exchanged, but received.
Spike planted.
Out from mid. The B site conceded once more. The weaponry not the best this time around for Soniqs, and although the numbers are even, good paint shells. Gonna force back Trick. Shonk the first to go, and oh, the kill feed, it's all red. Crunchy. Crunchy has a Guardian, but just not long for this world. And might even opt to save this one. Only 950 credits going into the next round. Forcing this here and losing it means quite possibly a Bulldog or a Guardian in the next round. However, it's flawless for Dark Ratio, and Golfers, they take the lead early, baby! Dark Ratio, we're back!
For once! Let's go! It's not 11-1 and they're getting the retakes in. No! They're like, yeah, we're finishing off strong this time. We don't want to, we don't want to pressure ourselves back into a corner this early on. But the only reason why, I think they might be able to continue in this success is what is Trick doing with that, Odin? I don't know. Maybe with these paper-thin walls, things might look good and possibly work out. The information already given away, and it seems like, yeah, everybody knows exactly where these players are residing. Shock getting taken down early, especially with Enjoy.
And that stings. You said, what is Trick doing with the Odin? Well, he's popping grapes. He found that kill onto Enjoy right as he hit that rendezvous. So the body far away, but the kill still there, no less. Crunchy, aggressive through the Nebula smoke. Pure R, even more aggressive to find a 1v2, a favorable situation for Soniqs. Paint shells into the back corner, gonna delay any plants. Seize goes out. It doesn't reveal much. Boombot now for information out towards stairs. PRR gonna look to take the fight on the swing. 3 kills on the round. And, well, 3 rounds across the board.
Yeah, good thing that Soniqs was able to figure out what they needed to do in that situation. Dark Ratio got really lucky with those early picks, especially with drones information coming out individually and being able to use that Prowler to see as to where maybe Shunk was. But I feel like there, if Dark Ratio had been a little bit more careful, knowing that Shunk was sitting inside of that corner, like, okay, well, what can we do here? We have not really flashes, actually, that they can use, more so just firepower there from Oxy. So maybe throwing a paint shell would have been more effective.
And Joy just gonna continue his hand at getting something done, but so much util tossed out that way, and the aggression once more punished. He hangs around for a bit too long. Hunter Shuri, speaking of, Trick just outside the range of the suppression, and Shonk gets punished for it. Now on the side, Oxy just cleaning up the mess here. Shonk, there's no way back into it for you, buddy. No resurrection to be had. Giza will find the kill onto the Rays of Soniqs, and Dark Ratio will find the lead once more.
Things will never end. Back and forth instead of up and down, basically, for Dark Ratio and Soniqs. So this is definitely a different change of what we've been seeing happening with the scoreboard, right? I don't think we've ever seen them this close, this early on in the game. It's either somebody is up, which normally was Soniqs, and somebody comes back up, which normally was Dark Ratio. But this time, yeah, Soniqs being forced into a takeout into a timeout this early on inside of this game.
Dom, are you not always thinking about food? Are you not always thinking about food, golfers, talking about takeout?
Listen, I understand it's a problem, okay? I just love food. I love food. Doesn't anybody? You literally need it to survive, Tanner.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, sure. I don't love water, and I need it to survive.
I don't understand that. Water is delicious. You've never, I think I've asked you this. You literally, you wake up in the middle of the night, you're gasping for water. That thing tastes so good.
That's different. That is actual survival instincts kicking in when you need water. That is actual survival instincts.
It tastes like nothing. How do you just hate water?
Yeah, because it tastes like nothing.
But it's so refreshing. Have you ever had, like, chocolate chip cookies and then drink the water after? No?
Dude, I'm talking about the game now, because whatever you're on is not okay. Do not talk to me about chocolate chip cookies and water, golfers. That combination is as rough as the bye for Sonic here in this round. 4 sheriffs and a classic. 5 shots in the headhunter for Enjoy, so a guardian, essentially, for the chamber player of Soniqs. And yeah, this round should be a wash. It should be Dark Ratio. And I think that gives us time to talk. What are you talking about? Chocolate chips and water, chocolate chip cookies and water.
Like chocolate chip cookies and water, chocolate chip cookies and milk, like ice cream.
Okay.
You eat your ice cream, you drink water.
You said is okay.
Have you ever eaten ice cream and drink water after? It's so good. It's like sweets with water. It just hits different. You've never like not had milk and then dipped your chocolate chip cookie in like the water just to get it soggy? All right, I'm done talking.
No.
I'm done talking.
No, milk is okay. Water is not okay. Surely, Dark Ratio. Don't let this one slip away. We're sitting here talking about cookies and water, and the sheriffs are starting to find frags. It's getting a little scary. It's good damage. It's Pure R with the rifle, but Ainge still alive means that winning this round gets a little bit more difficult. Although scary, Dark Ratio. They reel it back in just as we did our conversation. And now posture themselves up 2 rounds the lead.
At least now taking the lead and not having to worry about how are we going to get ourselves out of this situation, which is great for them. Trick is definitely proving to be effective without Odin. I definitely like how things are working out there, and tons of ultimates already almost prepared there for Dark Ratio, but 3 ultimates actually there for Sonic. So Sonic's having a better chance at winning this, at least round in particular, if they manage to use something. A suppression coming through. It's only going to hit 1 though.
Yeah, I'll say it here. I think Enjoy, this has to be the round that he makes everybody a believer. Has really been falling flat with the operator, especially holding these close angles. This time holds one a little bit deeper, and Oxy goes before the drone, and Enjoy, well, gonna reap the rewards. You made this bed, now you have to sleep in it, Oxy. As the raise falls, it takes a bit more and gets a bit harder to try and take this B site. And with that, Dark Ratio, a lot of weight on Giza's shoulders to find some space.
Oh, Pure, as the showstopper, doesn't know there are so many players there, and they can't really fight for it now, but Drone, everybody, and just turning their back away from Pure. And that's something that you don't want to do. You know where these players are, at least assist the other. And now everybody gets taken down as a result.
30 seconds left.
And Trick does not want to give up the Odin. He's going to try and survive for 30 seconds. And the barrel is spotted. Oh, Shank. An easy kill to close it out, a flawless round for Soniqs. And I said, Enjoy's got to show us something, and he got us started in one of the best ways because of how Oxy's been entering these sites. It just allows for the rest of the funnel to come through for Dark Ratio, but with the raise it killed early in that round, it completely hit the pause button on that play.
I feel like everything's hitting a pause button for both teams every once in a while. Like, things just, they go so right, and it's almost there, like right here. Oh no, it would have been so good for Giza, but everybody just taking these individual fights, not trying to work into this coordination and cohesion, and kind of just saying, yeah, I'm better, but then also not winning things out. So Soniqs, good to win that. Dark Ratio learning from their mistakes, and now having at least 2 players play down in the backside of B, and of course 2 players playing A here for that contact.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, if you're Dark Ratio, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, you've been hitting the B site, you've been doing so successfully. At the very least, you've been getting the spike planted. There were a couple of retakes from Soniqs that went their way, but half the battle is getting that spike planted. And then from there, if you're Dark Ratio, if the post plant isn't working, you just find ways to tweak it and make it work. So they lean out that way. Like you said, Soniqs, they've been reading into that. They know that they don't want to give this site up for free anymore. And it could quite possibly force an A hit from the attack, and that's something that we've yet to see at full potency. And this time, now it becomes even more of an option with Rooney off the table.
Everybody doesn't care about the A side anymore. It's kind of scary, but they do have at least that trip planting towards watching the flank. Either way, I mean, they could have just flanked the other way around and see what they could do there, but seeming as to here, yeah, they're putting out that util trick, getting prepared for the dart, and nobody's gonna get spotted, but Enjoy in a really good position here. They can peek out, try to help Shunk as they try to aggress towards that catwalk, but as the catwalk starts to get eliminated, it's Trick with the Odin, once again just proving to really be worthy here.
And with 5 seconds on the clock, that spike will get planted, and Crunchy now is just about 40 to play with to try and retake this site in a 1v3 with a couple of low members, but he has himself a Vandal, so it really only takes 3 shots for the Astra. Headshots is what he'll need as the star goes down. Oh no, he gets spotted on the jump peak. The Odin spray. Okay, and Ainge gonna steal that kill away. Won't give that one over to Giza with the tour de force. But either way, Dark Ratio, they set themselves up in a situation that we have not seen yet. At the very least, in an even half, but 8-4 still available.
Yeah, Trick of the Odin. I feel like it's more so not really getting the pakes that are needed, but it's doing a really good job at scaring these players into trying to move themselves off their balance, or maybe just get them, yeah, doing silly things like this where they're stuck having to pick the fight. And, you know, that's the best part. You get somebody with that Sova, you pair them up perfect. They're going to want to try to take out that Odin, or maybe try to reposition themselves, and you got that partner there to take this out. So Trick doing a good job at isolating and trying to pick these fights, although Soniqs, they really need to switch things up.
Yeah, again, it's fast out towards B. Giza lurking out towards tiles. Here come the blast back across the side, going deep into the spawn, and Rooney was there for it. Ready for 2, drone the 3rd. We'll eventually trade that back, but a 2-for-1 in favor of Soniqs thus far. It's a couple of members for Dark Ratio playing inside the marketplace for now. I mean, they're right around the corner from being trapped here on the side. Enjoy tries to take the duel with Ange. Sonic here to try and help him out. And there's nowhere to go for Dark Ratio Gomp.
Ooh, not anymore. Yeah, it's Giza taken down. Shonk looking for the next. The headshot's hitting perfectly, and the other one definitely gonna be there. Yeah, Shonk has the aim, is in fact playing the game. And they're looking for that 6-6 kind of, you know, last round to close things off before they go to that attacking side for Soniqs.
Impressive round from Shonk. A good start from Rooney as well, expecting aggression. That showstopper, it could have gone one of two ways, right? It could have been a blast back on the site to try and deal with the players there, or it could have gone deep into the spawn. And it was not only the showstopper from Oxy, but I believe Trick to follow as well. And Rooney just wasn't ready for the third and drone to be able to trade out that 1 for 2. So great start in that round for Soniqs. We'll see if they can finish the half strong. Prowler out towards A, and this is really the first lean we've seen here on this A side. We know that if Dark Ratio are going to go, they're going to go fast, and we'll see if it's off the back end of this haunt.
Hunter's Fury doing great damage, and it's circling these players in, making sure that Pure, or I mean, my apologies, Oxy can get themselves in and try to take these out, but that gravitational pull just playing so well into Soniqs. Nobody can get the entry in. So many players out here from Dark Ratio, but still, I mean, the push in with the Hunter's Fury, it managed to be better than the strat that Soniqs tried to put forth to try to cancel everything out.
Yeah, the only problem, well, now they've got the site. The drone forced Rooney away. No way, the backstab from Enjoy. It almost escapes him. He looks to get the next. It's Ange to capitalize. It's Giza to close out the round. A Dark Ratio keep the lead moving into the next half. And that was still scary for Dark Ratio, dying with that spike on the site, and players still stuck in main. It was good to have some util to force Rooney off the angle and allow for that push on through. But you're moments away, again, if you're Dark Ratio, from letting that slip away. Enjoy overheated just a bit, trying to retake that site, and ended up falling, only finding one. So 7-5, Dark Ratio now on the defense, and they've got a lot of information, right? They've got the haunt, they've got the recon bolt, the boom bot, the owl drone, the prowlers. There's so much to figure out where this hit's coming from for Soniqs.
They're gonna figure out shortly. Oh, but I'm scared for Giza. All right, a flash to start things off, but I don't think Giza knows how dire the situation is. But luckily enough, Giza, knowing in the back of their mind that this isn't the fight that they really want to pick, but the fight's starting to get picked off by Dark Ratio. They know they can win this out. The headshots hitting left and right. Now it's going to be a 1v2. Everybody eliminated in a matter of seconds. 69 health for Pure. And this is possible if they can take Giza in this fight. Yeah, but just the positioning off. They're going to peek the angle, but they're not going to pay attention to it. That's a big mistake.
In a heads-up rendezvous, right? Giza just teleporting away to safety. That's whatever. But the setup being backside boathouse, right? You're expecting that chamber to just get out of dodge. You know, you're expecting that rendezvous to be, I guess, the boxes, right? Coming from that B-link CT spawn, or defender-sided spawn, or back out towards mid where you see Oxy playing now, but his boathouse. So he's always there to stay and fight on that site, and eventually creeps his way up the stairs and completely unsuspecting. More Soniqs. Now again, we go back for the information early in this round for Dark Ratio. And you still have to give a lot of respect to the Sonic squad. Marshall bought up 2 sheriffs, and obviously the headhunter to do its job. And Trick likes the guns with the high penetration. We'll see if he can get anything out of it. And with that Giza punish, that's the headhunter coming to fruition.
In a comfortable spot here for Soniqs, though. They took out Giza. They know that all they have to do is kind of lay around and maybe try to lure out some players here. You can hear some noise coming over towards base. Some players sitting there here for Dark Ratio due to the fact that, oh, they're really trying for something, but Ange just doesn't let it go. It's a 3K right when that entry comes in. Everybody getting completely choked out at that choke point. And, I mean, Oxy looking to close things out as well. Clean up the mess that was made. And it's up to Soniqs to try to stop that from happening. No, but it's just a rag. And you know, everybody getting wiped away.
And Rooney was able to sneak away, reposition out towards mid, but this is the first couple of shots and eventually falls. to Trick. So a nice picked up for Dark Ratio. A decent anti-eco. Only one goes down. We'll see what Giza decides to do with his economy. Moving into this next round. Obviously, the Chamber can just buy into the Headhunter, so probably not too much of an investment here. Meanwhile, it's rifles on the side of Soniqs. On this attacking side, they got to show us something here. And it's looking like another B lean. Trademark out towards mid, which should be able to reveal this for Dark Ratio.
Things getting real heavy down in mid, but nobody's there. I've seen a lot of the time Dark Ratio don't go for that heavy mid control other than, you know, leaving that tripwire there. And I mean, quite possibly things could take a turn here. Pure actually avoiding it, so they're able to just get themselves flawlessly onto the B side. All they have to do is try to clear things up, right? It's Ange left alone, really taking control of this garage side here, and it's Market that now needs to be exit out of, but Giza is not giving up just yet. It's the blind that comes down. Drone there for the secure, and that 10-5 here from Dark Ratio. Wow, a lead we have not seen yet.
A lead we've not... And you know what? The only games that didn't go the distance for Dark Ratio, I'm pretty sure were stomps for Dark Ratio. I'm kind of thinking back to, I believe it was Cosmic Divide, where you have a 16-14 and a 13-11, or maybe a 14-12, a couple of overtimes, and then a 13-2. Just sneaks its way on through, and it's Dark Ratio. Now I can't stop thinking Dark Rebellion. I don't know if I said that out loud, if that was just in my head. But it's Dark Ratio to really take control of this series in one of these maps specifically. And what better way to do it, right? You're right here at the end of the series, 10-5. You have a huge lead. 11-5 is just around the corner. And with that, you're building this momentum to go back into that rematch against City Boys. So a lot of maps still left for Soniqs to try and come back into this one, but 5 rounds down with only Sheriffs here in this next round. Does not bode well. However, Oxy gets a little wonky with the shots. Able to capitalize and eventually close out the kill onto one. Oh no, here comes the Odin. The Odin does nothing, actually, but it does part the Red Sea that are the attackers. Trick gonna swap weapons over to the Vandal, and Rooney will eventually fall. So Oxy goes down. Dark Ratio still find themselves the 11th round, no less. And Soniqs are backs against the wall here. This could quite possibly be the last full buy we see on the map.
I think so too. In all honesty, Dark Ratio have been playing so well on the defense. Just pushing out on the defense. We saw it down in A long, right? It was the cohesion of Oxy. And you know, basically, just right here, you'll be able to see here, Oxy pushing out, being able to have those Prowlers come through so that it can at least push these players back in a sense where they have to pick this fight, but they also have to be careful of the Prowler, and putting that much information into somebody's head can be very overwhelming.
Deploying drone. Right here.
And this is that information, right, that you get from Dark Ratio. A drone early in the round, a recon bolt elsewhere. You still have the Haunt and a Prowler to play with for drone. And you can save those quite possibly for a sight hit or a retake.
I'll find you.
The Haunt on the opposite side. It reveals nothing.
This is scary here. Oof.
That was bold.
Yeah. That was very bold, actually, yeah.
And it, well, oh, okay, I was gonna say it gets a whole lot worse, but it's mitigated for just a second. However, the team quick to converge on this attack of Soniqs and Dark Ratio. They leave it all up to Rooney. The Odin. The Odin's only been good for spam. Trick hasn't quite found value with that just yet. The Haunt does not reveal, but you have to assume that Rooney's still in this position. Sees in hand. Giza on the angle. Giza off the angle, but with 14 seconds. Has to cross to the
10
site.
seconds left.
And he'll be allowed. Haunt goes out. Tap onto the spike. Needs to get this next one down. Seas comes through, and I don't know if he's got the time. No, he taps on the spike once more. And it's just the safe gameplay for the round. Drone so far away. Would have had allowed the plant to try and retake, but didn't even need it.
And now the match point. Will Dark Ratio let it get away? That's really the main issue here. Enjoy can't even really fully buy. So, I mean, that Spectre could be a game changer. And honestly, I don't think it will. I think here, Soniqs just having a really rough time on the attack. Dark Ratio have such a good defense, and that's one of the issues. They play so well down and long with Oxy and Drone, playing with those Prowlers, playing with those Paint Shells. We're going to be able to see that once again, right? There's no mid control because they don't need it. Realistically, they have such a tight hold on the sites that there isn't a lot of worry residing there, but, I mean, already starting off, Tanner, it's a nice fade util down on B, but is it a waste?
Ooh, and that Boombot actually revealed somebody. So you see Oxy still hanging out on this side of the map, and that's enough, right? Nothing behind the Astral or the Cosmic Divide, and the Nightfall means they're looking to split the A site. They tried to fake, and it worked for a second. It worked until it didn't, I think is the saying, as we go Nightfall on the opposite side. Rooney and Crunchy still alive. It's Rooney out towards mid. It's Crunchy all by his lonesome. Now it's Rooney all alone in a 1v4 once more. Made the last one look doable. But again, such a tall ask here. Haunt available in a few seconds. Recon bolt to reveal, and Rooney, I think, is just accepting his fate here at this point on the map. Haunt is there. Drone comes out. The frag will land. Who better than Ainge to get it done?